All right, race fans, let's talk about Friday, August 7th here at Delaware Park. We had a big 9-race card, no turf. We still had all that rain earlier this week, so no turf on Friday. The main track was fast. We had some big long shot winners all throughout the card, which produces a couple nice carryovers for you tomorrow, Saturday here at Delaware Park. We're going to have two nice size carryovers. The first carryover will start race 1. That's the early pick 5. That carryover is $24,997.40. Again, that's the early pick 5. That starts race 5. Starts race 1. It's races 1 through 5. The early pick 5, races 1 through 5, and a nice carryover, almost $25,000. Then we'll have a carryover in the pick 5 that starts race 3. That carryover is $9,793.45. We have a couple nice features for the 2-year-olds tomorrow. Race 4 is the $75,000 Dover Stakes, and race 6 is the $75,000 Blue Hen Stakes. We have 3 fields scheduled for the turf, races 3, 5, and 7 scheduled for the turf. We have a small shot to be on the turf. If we get some rain overnight tonight, Friday night, then probably no turf on Saturday. So they'll most likely make that call early tomorrow morning. But still, regardless of whether we're on the turf or not, we have 2 nice carryovers for you, and the races are 1 and 3 for those pick 5. Let's get right to the racing action from Friday. Race 1 kicks off the popular early pick 5. They bet almost $37,000 into the early pick 5. We're going a mile, 70 yards on a fast track, claiming $5,000 for 3 and up. Haven't won a race since February 7th or never won 4. Let's go to the voice of Delaware Park, Josh Brown, with the call of Friday's opener.
Away and running. The 4, Enough Already, had a tardy start. Concealed Carry comes out charging, so does 21 Kid. At Midnight, Onyx is also adding fuel to the early fire, and Starship Mocha's right there too. Around the first turn they go. Up to the inside of that 4th place position is Strategist. Out wide is Let's Have a Party in front of Rapidity, and Enough Already had a stutter step start. So 3 of them vie for early lead, and it's 21 Kid emerging with a neck in front. But Concealed Carry, the overwhelming public's choice, right there in that 2nd place position. And on the far outside, Midnight Onyx gives up 3rd for the moment to Starship Mocha, who's starting to slice and dice his way through. And in the pink cap, Starship Mocha to confront Concealed Carry, and 21 Kid in a lively first half of the race. Midnight Onyx has no excuses, tracking the speed from 4th, and on the inside, Strategist needs to find a 2nd gear. Rapidity starting to wind up with Let's Have a Party, and Enough Already still at the back of the pack. In tight was 21 Kid, and just lost all chance. So now Starship Mocha teams up with Concealed Carry. Midnight Onyx is trying to pounce on the both of them. Rapidity is coming alive, and so is Let's Have a Party on the far outside. The favorites worked very hard. Concealed Carry has been under massive attack. Starship Mocha takes the fight to him once again. Rapidity goes wide. Midnight Onyx, pink cap, tries to peel off the fence. They turn for home. Concealed Carry, an unwavering foe. Up the inside, Midnight Onyx sought off a pace tug of war, now hits the front in the furlong grounds. Rapidity battles Concealed Carry for the balance with Let's Have a Party to round out the super. Midnight Onyx has won it over Concealed Carry, Rapidity, and Let's Have a Party.
Midnight Onyx gets a nice ride from the 7-pound apprentice rider Joshua Radosevich. The Ohio kid gets the money here on Midnight Onyx at 5-1. Now the 6-year-old son of Black Onyx, a 6-time winner. He's now made around $140,000 in career earnings. He paid $13.80 to win race 1 for trainer Anthony Pecoraro and owner Charles Blandford. Let's turn the page here. Race 2 kicks off the early pick 4. We're going a flat mile, claiming $5,003 and up. Haven't won 2 races since February 7th. Let's check out the action from race 2.
Away and running. Good speed for Final Drama. Kickstartness chimes in, and Seeking Unity is going to be caught a little wide. And that leaves Azure Sky with a rail trip today. HC Holiday second last, and BD Saints was slow to go. Around the first turn they go, a very headstrong Final Drama tries to relax in the heat of the day and shows the way by one long length. Kickstartness tracks the speed in that second place position, and BD Saints is making a massive move on the far outside in the red cap to grab third. Azure Sky scrapes the paint in fourth, HC Holiday in between rivals, and Seeking Unity has a good spot, but in a paceless affair. So Final Drama tries to slow it down with 5 furlongs to go, controls the clock with a 1-length lead. Kickstartness is right there trying to creep closer in second, and BD Saints trying to overcome a bad start. HC Holiday makes a middle move, Azure Sky continues to protect rail position, and Seeking Unity is coming with a massive kick now, but is 5 wide around the second turn. So Final Drama still calls the shots. Kickstartness right there, hounding the speed in second. HC Holiday coming under a ride, not responding as of yet. Seeking Unity passes that rival, and the other two of little consequences, they pass the quarter pole. Final Drama still struts his stuff to a 1.5-length lead. Kickstartness is fully stretched. Seeking Unity is winding up on the far outside, but they turn for home, and Final Drama has something in reserve and is kicked away by 2. Kickstartness trying to bridge that divide, so is Seeking Unity and HC Holiday, but Final Drama continues to pull away, and they couldn't beat what they couldn't catch, and they could not catch. A 7-1 winner. Final Drama has won it. Second was desperately close. The eye of a needle separates Kickstartness and Seeking Unity in a second place photo.
Jockey Jesus Rios and the 5-year-old gelding Final Drama got away with some slow early fractions, and he goes all the way to pick up his 5th lifetime win. He's now made close to about 85,000 in career earnings. He wins for trainer Victor Carrasco Jr. He paid a big $17.20 to win race 2. Let's take a look here at race 3 to kick off another pick 5. We're off the turf, going a flat mile on the main track. Maiden special weight for 2-year-old fillies. Let's see what happens here in race 3.
Away and running. A catapulting start from Maximus Princess while drifting out. Urgent Claire is right there too, and Farun comes away a handy third. Springtime Diva's a little wide, and even wider than that is Halls of Congress as they're stretched out right across the track. 5/7/8 of a mile to go, I should say, and it's Maximus Princess who shows the way, and Maximus Princess leads by a length and a half. Springtime Diva right there holding on to the second place position, and Urgent Claire takes the trail up the rail. Now 4th place position for Farun, who's only 3 lengths down off the speed, but under a loose rein. And Halls of Congress is last of all. So Maximus Princess leads them past the 5 and leads by 1 tight length. Springtime Diva right there breathing down that rival's neck in second. Urgent Claire, sensing a little more urgency, gets closer to the solo act that is Maximus Princess. And Farund is right there in 4th, but needs to get going as Halls of Congress tries to pick off that one. They turn, and it's Maximus Princess still with that speed on display. Springtime Diva has sought the perfect trip, and so has Urgent Claire. Halls of Congress goes wide and out of trouble, and Farun drops to last. Here's the 5/16 pull for a 5-1 leader. Maximus Princess slipping away to a 2-length lead. Springtime Diva's trying to take another crack at this leader. Urgent Claire battles Halls of Congress as they come to the 3/16 pole, and Maximus Princess holding on grimly to a 1-length lead. Urgent Claire is trying to get past a leg-weary leader, and these two to settle the score. Maximus Princess holding on by a thread. Urgent Claire attacks now at 4-1. Urgent Claire goes up and past. Urgent Claire, a second-time starter, wins well. Maximus Princess second, Halls of Congress third, and Springtime Diva at 2-5. Finish 4th.
Urgent Claire, full run in the final furlong. The 2-year-old daughter of Looking at Lucky breaks her maiden in her second career start for trainer Flint Stites. Nice ride there. Andrew Wolfson, the filly, went off 4-1, paid $10.60 to win race 3. Let's take a look here at race 4 to start another pick 5. We're going a flat mile, claiming 7,500 filly mares 3 and up, never won 3 or straight 3-year-old fillies. Let's check out the action from race 4.
Away and running. Sugar Princess was the first one to ping. Cheese came away well, and Wicked Kitten protects that inside position. Those are the first three. Juicy Hannah's deep on the track. The green colors of Spice Gal has one beaten, and Warrior's Jewel was the one who was very reluctant to load. So Wicked Kitten sees a slow pace develop and takes the initiative past the 6.5 and leads by a length and a half. Sugar Princess yields to the speed in second, and Spice Gal ducks towards the inside for a clear shot of the top two as they spin out of the first turn. Cheese gallops along in fourth, Juicy Hannah's wide in fifth, and Warrior's Jewel continues to be at the back of the pack. The first 3 furlongs now belongs to Wicked Kitten, and she shows away by a length and a half. Sugar Princess on a very nice hold gets closer without being asked, and Spice Gal stays at the rail. Jockey gets after her just a touch. Cheese now starts to pick up velocity. Juicy Hannah has one beaten, and Warrior's Jewel lost her race prior to the start. They turn again, and Wicked Kitten continues to lead, but for how much longer? Sugar Princess breathing down that rival's neck in second, and they've spaced the rest. Cheese is now into third. Spice Gal has no more to give. Here's the quarter pole for Sugar Princess, who comes calling for the lead. Wicked Kitten is fighting on bravely. Cheese is trying to get on track on the far outside as they turn for home. And now Sugar Princess is unwavering on the front end. Wicked Kitten battles back with everything she has, and Wicked Kitten now takes over the lead. Sugar Princess fully stretched. Cheese is closing in but wondering about. Final furlong. Wicked Kitten's pulling away at 19-1. Cheese is lifting late. Wicked Kitten got it by a neck. Cheese, erratic in the stretch run, has to settle for second. Sugar Princess third, and Juicy Hannah fourth.
Wicked Kitten pulls off the biggest upset of the day at 19-1. The 6-year-old mare by Creative Calls, now a 3-time winner. She's now made around 65, 70,000. She gives trainer Jose Ramirez his first win of the meet. Nice ride there, jockey Jose Betancourt. Wicked Kitten was dead game in the final furlong. She paid a big $40.20 to win race 4. Congratulations to the Jose Ramirez barn. Let's take a look here at race 5. We're off the turf, going a mile 70 yards on the main track. It's a 16,000 starter allowance for filly mares 3 and up. Optional claiming 25,000. Let's check out the action here from race 5.
Away and running. Good speed on the inside from Castagna. Hustled hard as Synergism and Getaway Palace. Diamond and Dress trying to punch that way through, and Bourbon and Lace already has the perfect trip. And Audibly's a long-looking last, but this is a hot pace up top. And Synergism trying to win the battle in between rivals. Deep on the track is Getaway Palace, and Castagna right there full of pace as well. And a dream trip today for Diamond and Dress along with Bourbon and Lace. And the one who wants no part of it right now is Audibly is last of all. So they settle into their positions, 5.5 furlongs to go. And Synergism's the leader, but Getaway Palace won't let that one work hard, and the opening quarter was a sizzling 23.23 seconds. Getaway Palace, Synergism take their battle to the 4 furlong pole, and Castagna is looping up on the far outside. Diamond and Dress rides the rail just looking for the out. Bourbon and Lace is getting closer, but is going to go 4 paths deep, and Audibly still last of all. They turn again. Getaway Palace inching away from Synergism, who's fought hard to try to take that lead. Right behind the both of them, here comes Castagna, then Diamond and Dress, and Bourbon and Lace is revving up in the green cap on the far outside. Here's the quarter pole. Getaway Palace trying to stick and stay. Castagna has no excuses in second. Synergism calls it a day. Bourbon and Lace trying to get on track as they turn for home. Getaway Palace continues to lead. The rail is open for Diamond and Dress, and here she comes. Late on the scene is Audibly closing into the orange cap with a furlong to go. Getaway Palace, how tough is she today? Getaway Palace leads by 3, Audibly closing in from out of the clouds. It's Getaway Palace who's going to hold on. Getaway Palace has won it. Audibly was second, then Castagna and Bourbon and Lace.
Getaway Palace, she's good on the turf and she's good on the main track. The 7-year-old mare by Palace gets her 8th lifetime win. She's now made over $250,000 in career earnings. Nice ride there, jockey Julio Hernandez for the Red Hot Barn, her trainer Christopher Seal. Getaway Palace went off at 7-1, paid $16.80 to win race 5. The early pick 5 was a 4 out of 5 payout for $195.25, which gives us a nice carryover for the early pick 5 tomorrow, Saturday, August 8th here at Delaware Park. The early pick 5 carryover will be $24,997.40. Again, that's for the early pick 5 starting in race 1 tomorrow. The early pick 4, by the way, on Friday, that paid pretty well also. That paid almost $4,800. Congratulations if you had some nice scores there in race 5. Let's turn the page here. Race 6 would kick off the late pick 4. We're going a flat mile, claiming 7,500, 3 and up. Never won 3 or straight 3-year-olds. Let's see what happens here in race 6.
Away and running. Good speed while drifting out for Like Tyson. There goes Tall Cotton, and Fairfield Bay is right there too. Annihilate Them is in a joint second place position, and deep on the track is Silent Roar. Wine Empire, Little Washy entering the first turn, and Kitty Sun has a good pace to chase. So Like Tyson and Tall Cotton, they couldn't be going any quicker for the distance and the level, and they tear away from the rest and lead by almost 5. Annihilate Them's in the perfect spot, tracking in third, and Fairfield Bay is 3 pats deep. Silent Roar is even righter than that. Wine Empire is up the inside in that second last position, and Kitty Sun is on a very cozy hole, but Like Tyson makes a break for it and leads by a length and a half, but the posse's closing in. Tall Cotton is right there, and here comes Annihilate Them with a 3-wide kick. Silent Roar's 4 deep. Kitty Sun is 5 wide. Wine Empire's trying to get away through, and Fairfield Bay's in the thick of this too as they round the turn. Look at this. It's a clustered group, and Kitty Sun in a blink of an eye takes the lead with all kinds of ease. Annihilate Them moves into second. Like Tyson drops away. Silent Roar is the only threat in the white cap as Fairfield Bay tries to close into the top 4 and does as they turn for home. Kitty Sun with that bold move around the turn is nursing a 4-length lead. Fairfield Bay trying to bridge that divide. So is Silent Roar, and Annihilate Them went too fast, too early. That's the top 4 inside the final furlong. At 7-2, Kitty Sun sought off a sizzling pace. Silent Roar battles Fairfield Bay for the balance, but it's all Kitty Sun. Kitty Sun has won it. Fairfield Bay, the chalk, was second. Silent Roar third. Annihilate Them was fourth.
Kitty Sun has won back-to-back races this summer at Delaware Park. The 4-year-old Maryland bred by Cupid, now a 3-time winner, wins for Corrales Racing and trainer Jose Corrales, who gets his 3rd win of the meet. Nice ride there from the 7-pound bug rider Emmanuel Rosario. Kitty Sun paid $9.80 to win race 6. Let's take a look here at race 7 off the turf. We're going 5 furlongs on the main track. Maiden Special 8 for filly mares 3 and up. The race scratches down to a 3-horse field. Let's see what happens here in race 7.
Away and running. Good speed from Momentous Affair, who beats Minister Confessor out of the barrier. And last of all is Caribbean Clarity. So Momentous Affair leads the charge, but that might be short-lived as Minister Confessor ratchets up the heat on the far outside, and Caribbean Clarity with no excuses with a good battle at the 3.5. So Momentous Affair is the first one to navigate the far turn run, but Minister Confessor right there poised to strike on this leader in second, and Caribbean Clarity is now 7 lengths adrift with 5/16 to go. Minister Confessor continues to take that battle to Momentous Affair, and a distant third. Caribbean Clarity as heads turn for home. Momentous Affair shown the whip for the first time. Minister Confessor is trying to press past a stubborn foe up the fence, and Momentous Affair is now inching away from Minister Confessor inside the final 16th of a mile, and Momentous Affair keeps on plugging away. Minister Confessor took a failed run. Momentous Affair has won it over a length over Minister Confessor and Caribbean Clarity.
Momentous Affair goes off at 2-5, and a 3-year-old filly by Long River breaks her maiden in her 3rd career try for owner-trainer Cesar Nambo. Angel Cruz with the winning ride. Momentous Affair paid $2.80 to win race 7. If you played that pick 5 that started race 3 and ended race 7, That was a 4 out of 5 payout for $38.95, which gives us a nice carryover for the Pick 5 starting race 3 tomorrow on Saturday. That carryover is $9,793.45. Again, that's for the Pick 5 starting race 3 tomorrow. Let's take a look here at race 8 to kick off the late daily double. We're going 6 furlongs, claiming 7,500 for filly mares 3 and up, never won 3 or straight 3-year-old fillies. Let's see what happens here in race 8.
Away and running. Good outside speed from Sweet Honeybee. Lady Patrick's is also right there to take over the leading role, and Sister Carly punches on through. Lilliput comes away a handy 4th in front of All I Do, who's a tracking 5th, and Rules for 3 is last of the 6. So it's Lady Patrick's on top of the group, and she shows the way by a length and a half. Tracking intently is Sister Carly in the white cap in 2nd, and Sweet Honeybee continues to flash that toe in that 3rd place position. Lilliput stays parked at the fence, but needs to pick it up because All I Do is starting a motorhome now, and Rules for 3 is at the back of the pack around the turn. Lady Patrick's looks like she's ready to cough it up, and Sister Carly comes with that first kick, and Sweet Honeybee applies the heat. They all could be sitting ducks for All I Do, who takes long strides now. 3 of them across the course, and on the far outside, All I Do comes with a swooping run on the far outside. Sister Honeybee is going to try to fight that rival off, but All I Do has all of this positive momentum. Sweet Honeybee unrelenting up the inside and kicks right back. Sweet Honeybee, All I Do, Sweet Honeybee, All I Do. Got it by a long neck to beat Sweet Honeybee's Sister Carly, and Rules for 3.
All I Do wins for your 2nd leading trainer of the meet, Mike Simone. 2nd leading jockey of the meet, Cipriana Gill, on All I Do, the 3-year-old filly by Win Win Win. Now a 3-time winner from 6 starts. She paid $5.60 to win race 8. If you played that Pick 5 that started race 4 and ended race 8, that Pick 5 paid well. It paid $3,584.30. Let's take a look here at the 9th and final race from Friday. It's a maiden 7,500, 3 and up, going 5.5 furlongs. Let's see what happens here in race 9.
Away and running. Strawberry Reserve missed the break. Little Jerry was the first one to show toe, and Better Day is right there too. Ray of Love comes away a handy 3rd, but Baby Rasta punches on through, and Furious George in the thick of it. Paint My Masterpiece is wide, and Strawberry Preserve is only 2 lengths from the lead. So 2 of them go at it, and it's Little Jerry who takes the inside trail, and Better Day on the far outside. Better Day now gets the better of Little Jerry as they navigate the one and only turn. Ray of Love setting off the pace is a dangerous threat, and so is Paint My Masterpiece. Quite a separation back to an on-closing strides of Baby Rasta, who's off the fence. They go towards the quarter pole, and Better Day continues to lead and leads by 3/4 of an evaporating length. Ray of Love takes the inside trail and means business now, and Ray of Love now catapults to the top. Better Day trying to kick back in 2nd. Furious George is late on the scene along with Paint My Masterpiece inside the final furlong, and Ray of Love keeps pouring it on as the public's pick. Furious George moves into 2nd, but it's all Ray of Love. Ray of Love, a decisive winner to beat out Furious George, Better Day, and Paint My Masterpiece.
Ray of Love, a homebred for St. Patrick's Racing Stable of Maryland, 3-year-old, gelding by Long on Value, the sire. Ray of Love breaks his maiden in his 8th career try. He wins for trainer Nesville Hernan Balon. He gives jockey Emmanuel Rosario his 2nd win of the day. Ray of Love paid $4.80. If you hit the late Pick 5 on Friday, that returned $357.85. Let's get a quick break. When we come back, I'm going to tell you about a big day we have in store for you on Saturday. right, well, we had some big price winners all day on Friday here at Delaware Park, which gives us a couple nice carryovers for Saturday. 8-race program. First race post time starts at 12:20, and we'll have a real nice carryover in that early pick 5 starting race 1. That carryover is $24,997.40. That will be a well-played early pick 5. I expect it to be well over 100,000. Again, that's for the early pick 5 starting race 1. Carryover almost 25,000. Then we have a nice carryover in the pick 5 starting race 3 tomorrow. That carryover is $9,793.45. Again, that starts in race 3 tomorrow. So a couple nice carryovers for you tomorrow. We have two-year-old stakes tomorrow. Race 4 is the $75,000 Dover Stakes with 6 two-year-olds in there. And then race 6 is the $75,000 Blue Hen Stakes with 9 fillies in there. I like the Gary Capuano filly Witten Way in the Blue Hen Stakes. So 2 nice two-year-old stakes tomorrow. Couple nice carryovers. Should be a fantastic Saturday. They're going to make the call on the turf early tomorrow morning. If we get no rain overnight on Friday night, we have a small chance of being on the turf for tomorrow. If we in the races 3, 5, and 7 scheduled for the turf. If we get some rain tonight, then we'll likely be off the turf for tomorrow. They'll make that official call early tomorrow morning. But regardless, we have a couple nice carryovers in the pick 5s, and we'll have a couple nice 2-year-old stake races. Handle on Friday, a little over $1.2 million. Thanks to all our fans and bettors for making it happen. And of course, thanks to all our horsemen and our horses for putting on a great show. Have a great Friday night. We hope to see you here on Saturday.
There's only one.